Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished the final episode of the first season of Invincible. And don't you worry about this being the end of the story, because they've already gotten the second and third seasons announced, so we're getting plenty more of this. But let's get to the story of the episode. After the events of last week, we finally figure out why Omni-Man did what he did, why he killed the Guardians of the Globe, and why he's doing all of this to all of these people on Earth. It's because, as a Viltrumite, he's trying to conquer planet Earth, and he believes that human beings are utterly beneath him, to the point where even his wife Debbie is more like a pet to him than a wife. Mark, of course, is absolutely horrified / enraged to hear about the father that he thought he knew, and what proceeds is a massive battle that includes hundreds, if not thousands, of civilian casualties, Mark getting his ass kicked by his own father, and his father basically beating him within an inch of his life and only stopping when he realizes, even though he's one of the worst fathers I can possibly think of, he still cannot bring himself to actually kill the son that he helped raise. So, yeah. He's definitely still a bad guy, but he's still a bad guy who has some good in him, even if he doesn't want to admit it. Which is why he flies off, I suppose, back to his home world, where I'm sure he'll return in a future season. And naturally, the devastation of the fight not only causes Mark to basically go to the hospital for intensive care for the second time, but it happens to cause ripples throughout the entire world, to the point where now everyone knows about Omni-Man's treachery, and everyone knows now that the hero they used to look up to the most is now a threat to their very existence. So yeah, Cecil also happens to offer Mark a chance to essentially replace Omni-Man as the number one hero, but he doesn't decide to go for it. The Guardians of the Globe definitely feel like they've earned enough of an opportunity to wipe the bloodstain off of the old hideout, and it seems that Alan the alien decides to talk to Mark about what he's going to do next. So yeah, this definitely does feel like a proper finale type of episode. A lot of story arcs are basically resolved. Enough threads are still loose to the point where they can be tied up at the end of seasons 2 and 3. And even Amber, William, and Eve learn more about each other than normal, considering that Eve tells both Amber and William that she's Adam Eve. And on top of that, Amber, even though she broke up with Mark, she still goes over to see him. At least she still kind of cares about him, even if she doesn't want to be his girlfriend anymore. Because turns out she's not the only one who's being lied to. Who knew? But yeah, as far as the whole series goes, Invincible, I think, while it has a lot of changes from the comics, they're mostly for the better. And the animation, the pacing, and the themes that it goes for are definitely just as strong, if not even stronger, than they were in the original comics that Robert Kirkman wrote years ago. Sure, there were some changes, but like I said, they were mostly for the better. And basically the whole series manages to feel dark without being overly dark, and it basically has the same amount of excellent commentary on society while still featuring the superhero action that we know and love, with the other edgy superhero show known as The Boys on Amazon. So if you wanted an animated superhero show that has that same level of edge and that same level of sharp writing and great animation, I say Invincible is definitely a good choice for you. And that's why I'm going to give the series a 9 out of 10 for its first season. See you in season 2 whenever that comes out.